Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from the beautiful metaverse. And this is Reverend Don's vlog, and I think I've finally got the hang of doing this Facebook Live thing. So hopefully you'll be seeing this with no problem. Today's question, if you're a beginner and you want to learn more about witchcraft, but Holly's question is this. Why do they call it a book of shadows? And Holly specifies that when she hears the term shadows, she thinks of something that's dark. And she doesn't really think of her magical practice in this way. And, I don't know that there is an absolute answer that one can give to this question because it's kind of lost in history. But I've always understood the term Book of Shadows to have a very particular meaning. And you have to remember that in the past, the practice of magic was strongly frowned upon by certain people and even illegal for most of the last 1,000 years. Therefore, when people kept a book of magic, they kept it very secret, except possibly among very close associates. And therefore, it was like a shadow. It was something that could be brought out when they needed it, but denied when they did not. And that's what I understand by the term Book of Shadows, that it's something that was in the twilight of one's life when one could not practice openly. Now, of course, today we can practice openly, and we do, but we still use the term out of respect for tradition. And I personally have never been a big believer in the idea of a Book of Shadows. I've never kept one of my own. I keep a library of shadows, and you can see my library here. I've never found it necessary to rewrite things, but that wasn't part of the particular tradition that I come from. But there is a belief in many traditions that it helps you to learn to write something down, and the very act of writing it down is part of learning. So that's part of the idea behind having a Book of Shadows. Phaedra Bonewits has a saying, and for those of you who are not familiar with Phaedra, she's a very famous witch in the contemporary world. But her saying is that our people do not have a holy book, we have holy libraries. And I find this to be very true, certainly true for myself. But many of us do keep a Book of Shadows. Some keep a Book of Mirrors. Some just keep a journal. And whatever you happen to keep, if you keep anything of this sort, what is important about it is that it's useful to you and helps you to learn and to maintain your knowledge and information. So that's my answer. I hope you find it helpful. And if you do, please hit like and subscribe and share according to the platform that you're seeing this on. And I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have a question for the vlog, please put it in the comments. Or you can send it to me at donlewishp@aol.com. And until next time, may you blessed be.